Joyride 1957, Chapter 27. Corporal moved forward. "Pick up your rifle and move ahead," the sergeant yelled. He heard but seemed powerless to reach his rifle. Finally the sergeant put it in his right hand, helped him to his feet, and the two, along with the rest of the company, rushed forward to the brush ahead of them. They had scaled the cliffs and were now seeking a foothold on the highlands. "Corporal!" James shot up in bed. He was suddenly awake and looked around for his soldier mates. All he saw was a pale green room, an oxygen tank, and a table with some yellow daisies in a vase. He ripped the oxygen mask from his face and tried to slide his feet toward the edge of the bed, but suddenly he grabbed his forehead. A severe pain shot straight through his brain, and he laid back down, covering his eyes. Within a few minutes he looked up and stared into the deepest cleavage he could ever remember. "You're awake, son," the nurse said. "I don't know where I am," he asked in a hoarse voice. "You're in the hospital. You've been here for 2 weeks," she answered. "Two." The pain returned, and he grabbed his head again. "I'll get you a couple of aspirin for that headache. Try to drink some water," she said as she swayed her cleavage toward the door. "Nurse, what's my name?" he asked. "I don't know. Do you?" she asked. By the next morning he had begun to eat. The headaches were less frequent, and he was able to walk, albeit slowly, around his room. Other than the major head injury, he was just banged up everywhere. He was black and blue in many places, but there were no broken bones. He searched and searched his mind for hints of memory, but found little. He had another flashback to D-Day that morning, but it yielded precious little in memory except that his name was Corporal something or other. Searching his mind seemed to exhaust him, and he slept away most of the afternoon. "You have visitors, Corporal," his nurse said as he was finishing his soup that evening. "Oh, good. Send them in," he said. In walked an elderly couple carrying a small bag. They set the bag on the edge of his bed. "Mister, how are you?" the old man said. "Okay, I guess. What is your name?" he asked. "I'm Fred, and this is my wife June," he said. "Are you okay? We thought you were dead." "No, I'm banged up, but I'm alive." "Thank you, Lord," June said. "He is good. We brought you your bag. You left it in your car." "Where are you from? I understand I'm in Topeka, Kansas." "We are from Durham, 2 hours west of here," June said. "Do you know how I got here or there?" James asked. "Why, the tornado brought you." "Tornado?" "The tornado brought your car right into our farmyard and set it down right beside our house." James sat and thought. He didn't know what to ask. Finally he said, "What kind of car did I have?" "Oh, it was a big black Cadillac. This here is your bag. Maybe you'll find more answers." June eased it toward him. He grabbed his head as another headache reared up. "Well, we best be going, Ma. The outside tag on your bag says James," Fred said. "Thank you so much, both of you. Could you give me your name and address? I'm so lost." June took a slip of paper from her purse and wrote it down. She handed it to him. Tears came to his eyes, and she went over and hugged him. Fred put his hand on James' shoulder. Finally the tears eased. "Thank you, June. Thank you, Fred. I hope to see you again." "Good luck to you, son. God go with you." June then handed him a bag of chocolate chip cookies. "Thank you so much," James said. "Bye-bye," she said.